Golf Achievers, this is Brad, and if you're looking for a clear path and an enjoyable journey to get into golf in 2025, this is kind of the system and program that I lead people through. So it starts with a skills assessment. We're going to identify your strengths and weaknesses. So if you've played before, are you good at putting? Are you really good at wedges? Maybe you struggle a little bit with the irons and approach shots, and you have a little bit of fear off the tee. Whatever that combination happens to be, you kind of identify and quantify so you can measure your improvement. That's really big to me, is being able to measure improvement. So start with the skills assessment, talk about the equipment and onboarding, meaning do you have the right clubs? Do you have a ball? Do your shoes really fit your swing style? Stuff like that. So all the equipment that you need, and then a coaching consultation where I'm basically gonna say, all right, your distance control, your putter, here's 2 games, here's 2 games, drills, and then 1 exercise to do to enhance your putting skills. Kind of the same thing with each of those 4 categories. And then we're going to set up a plan, and then we're going to work the plan. So that's the coaching consultation. That plan includes purposeful practice, which I want to touch on here in just a little bit. But that's the games, drills, and exercises that you can use. And again, I'm going to give you videos, I'm going to give you written homework. I shouldn't call it homework, that doesn't sound fun, but games to play that are measurable so you can see if you're really improving. So how are you from 6 feet? If you make a little grouping around the hole, a little square around the hole, how many can you make in a row from 6 feet? Or how many can you make out of 10 or 9 or whatever the number happens to be? Okay. Also talk a little bit about scoring mindset. What do golfers think about before, during, and after a shot? On-course strategy. I want you to play. So one of the nice things in our environment is we can flip on the golf course. You'll kind of see, especially for those of you that have worked with me, we'll do a lot of technical work the first 20, 30 minutes and then apply it on the golf course, right? And then natural movement patterns. How does your body move? Your stability, mobility, strength, stamina, and speed. Kind of assess that throughout your body from ankles to ears, right? So we've got anything in between. So how does your shoulder really work? How far should you stand from the ball position? That's kind of all the natural movement patterns that we cover. And then equipment optimization, whether you need a club fitting, happy to do that. Usually I throw that in, don't tell my boss, but I usually throw that in with a lessons package just as an added bonus. And then we celebrate your achievement and kind of set the next goal. So whether you're trying to break 100, 90, 80, or par, that is kind of the plan that we use. So let me share with you, and we've got, again, you'll get these slides from me, but I want to come down here to how I measure improvement. So this is kind of the assessment, upfront assessment. Starts with distance putting, like a 7 or 8 iron. How do you hit your fairway shots? And then a little bit of speed training. So we've got benchmarks and improvement areas for each of those. So you can kind of set your goals or your completion, your goals, and then which scorecard to use. So the scorecards for putting, there's short putting. Like how are you doing from 2 feet to 10 feet? Short putting, right? And then 9 holes putting is kind of the distance game. And then benchmarks to break 100, 90, 80, and par. So if you do this little putting game and you go 5 steps away, drop a ball, putt, count your score, 6 steps in a different direction, same thing. So you're gonna play 9 holes and count your total score. 24 or less is breaking 100, 21 or less is breaking 90, 19 or less is breaking 80, 17 or less is breaking par. So I've got a bunch of different games for the most common skills. So there's some wedge games. Probably my favorite wedge game is that 9 holes up and down, drop 3 balls. Don't noodle it, just drop 3 balls, play them, count your total score. If you're trying to break 100, 30 is a good score or less. Trying to break 90, 27. Trying to break 80, 24. Trying to break par, 21 or less. So a couple other games. But again, these are downloadable on my website at bradpluthgolf.com. And so again, approach shots, can you hit it through a gate that's 4, 3, 2, or 1 finger wide, depending on your skill and ability level. And then tee shots, okay? Again, golf courses are pretty formulaic. Fairway or edge of the tree, so the edge of the tree is about 8 fingers wide. Split the difference, and that's your aiming point. Doesn't really matter unless there's water there, but if there's a tree there, aim at it. Anyways, little speed training, how I do speed training is all included, and here's kind of the written description. So again, if you're looking for a clear, thought out plan that has been proven to work with golfers of all ages and ability levels, please feel free to reach out and contact me at 952-401-4653. Hope to see you soon.